Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back, and much appreciated you guys taking some time to check the video out today. And we are going to continue today with our series on hooks for different type of soft plastics. You know, we've talked about plastic worms, we've talked about creature baits and lizard. Today I'm going to give you guys some good juice on the two hooks you need to be using on your soft plastic stick baits, like the Senkos or the Zlinkys or whatever your favorite soft plastic stick bait is, because there's two applications and requires two different hooks. So I'm going to go over the two hooks that I use and sort of give you guys a little discussion on when I use which hook and why I've selected that. And real quick, guys, just want to remind you guys, we are almost at 50,000 subscribers. We're like 20 people away from it. So tomorrow we're going to be drawing for the huge giveaway. We got the Solar Bat sunglasses. We got a Mega Bass put together, a big tackle pack, Bridgeford Sweet Baby Ray Jerky, Seaguar fishing line. All you have to do, this is the last time I'm going to have to announce it because we're going to hit 50,000 tomorrow or maybe later tonight. Just subscribe to the channel, man. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button and have a chance to win it. And also, I'm super excited, guys, about this. Next Friday, we're going to come out with the video on the new Block It Old School jig. This is the jig I've been working with Baitworks to design all year. We spent a ton of time designing this thing. We're going to come out with it. It's going to be announced next Friday, and I'm going to be talking about it throughout the week, so keep an eye out for that. And initially, you're going to be able to order these through Baitworks, and then eventually they're going to be available through other retailers, hopefully like Tackle Warehouse and stuff like that a little later on. But initially, they're just going to be sold through Baitworks. So I'll keep you guys updated on that, but I think you're really going to like to get you a few of these jigs. I'm really excited about it. Okay, guys, let's talk about the soft plastic stick baits here. This right here is a Zoom Zlinky. It's the same thing as like a Senko. This is the one I prefer right here. I really like this bait. There's two hook styles that you want to use on this based upon how you're fishing the soft plastic stick bait. And a soft plastic stick bait's super versatile because you can, and I'm talking about a Texas rig application in this video. I'm not talking about wacky rigging it. I'm talking about Texas rigging it. But there's two different hooks that you need to use based upon what you guys are trying to do with it. And I'm talking about two different techniques. I'm talking about pitching and flipping a thing, and I'm talking about just fan casting it in open water with either no weight or a very light sinker. So first of all, let's talk about the hook if you're fishing it weightless or with like a less than like an 1/8 ounce sinker or less, like when you're fan casting it in open water around grass, shallow water, like that. The hook that I like for that is the same hook I talked about with the lizard earlier today. It's the Gamakatsu hybrid worm hook, and I use a 3/0 style. Simply come through the top about 1/2 inch and come all the way through the bait, you know, just like we talked about. And normally, if I'm fishing open water, I like to leave it like that, where the point's showing a little bit like that, and it's pretty weedless like that. It's surprisingly weedless. But if it's super snaggy, I'll just bury it back in like that. And there's something about, and like I said, I can't sit here and give you a complete analyzation why one is better. It's basically just a matter of me getting reproducible results after years and years and years of experimentation. But there's something about this hybrid G-Finesse worm hook with the O'Shaughnessy bend on it. When you're casting it specifically with no weight, you just don't ever miss them. This is a nano-coated hook. It's a fairly light wire hook, but it's still fairly stiff. And when you get a bite on this bait with no weight or very little weight on it, I don't hardly ever use one. And this is for open water. It's when I'm casting it, and when I get that bite, I reel down and set the hook. That's the hook I like. Now, if I'm pitching it and flipping it around any type of cover, specifically if I'm like pitching it around docks, or I'm pitching it into laydowns or into little holes in the grass, any place where my bait is going more vertical and not horizontally or at a 45-degree angle like at long cast, if I'm pitching and flipping it, that's when I go to the straight shank. And again, 3/0 Gamakatsu. This is a G-Finesse heavy cover flipping hook, even though it's not like super heavy cover. And the way that I rig it, again, is come through about 1/2 inch. And then we talked about this before, guys. You don't ever want to put it in the middle like that. You want to come through the side of it. just skin hook it in the side like this. See, I've got that barely hooked in the side. And I got some comments the other day. It's like, yeah, Randy, right. You know, I'm not going to use it like that. You're going to get hung up. Guys, you will not get hung up like this. I pitch and flip all my Texas rigs like this in the heaviest cover that you can possibly flip, and don't get hung up with the thing. So don't let this scare you. But the thing that, for whatever reason, is when you're pitching and flipping a soft plastic stick bait over objects or around heavier cover, and there's more, the hook set is more of a vertical hook set, this straight shank Texas rig will land a lot more bass than the offset hook. Here's the two differences here on it. Now, I can't explain why. I mean, I could probably set and give you some, explanation that I wasn't sure about. But for whatever reason, if I'm pitching and flipping with an offset, I lose a bunch of fish. If I'm pitching and flipping with a straight shank, I don't lose as many fish. Another reason I like to use the offset was I'm casting it is since I'm hopping the bait more of a horizontal direction, it doesn't twist quite as much if you got the offset in there, because it's set up right in line with the bait. And you can see how if you reel that or pull it at a great distance, a lot of times that will twist a little bit more. And it doesn't, you don't have to worry about that when you're pitching and flipping. So anyway, guys, that's the biggest advice I can give you. This is, it sounds simple what I'm telling you, but this is something that has taken me decades to learn as far as what works better under certain situations. And I'm trying to save you guys a lot of heartache and time on the water. Just trust me on this. Give it a try. Don't believe me. Just try it for yourself. Straight shank if you're pitching and flipping. Offset if you're casting with no weight or lightweight. And absolutely, in my opinion, those are the two best hooks to use, the two best type of hook styles to use with your Zlinkys, your Senkos, or any type of soft plastic jerkbait. So anyway, guys, thanks for tuning back in. Once again, please hit that subscribe button, get a chance to win that giveaway. Stay tuned for the jig deal. I'm really excited about it. Hope you guys order some of them and give them a try. And I'll be doing, once we get the video out on the jig, I'm going to be doing a bunch of tips as far as how to set them up, as far as color selections, different type of trailers to use on them, how I fish them, that type of stuff. So anyway, keep an eye out for that. And thanks for tuning in, guys. Much appreciated, and we'll talk later. See you.